Sunday Business Page.
This month, an international research summit was held here in Pittsburgh to help improve women's health and the quality of their lives. The Richard King Mellon Foundation also funded the Magee Prize, which supports Magee Women's Research Institute, its mission and accomplishments. One of the goals is to change the way the world thinks about women's health. What results can we ultimately expect from this remarkable initiative? Where we're pleased to welcome Michael Annichine to the Sunday Business Page. He's Chief Executive Officer of the Magee Women's Research Institute at UPMC. Michael, welcome to the show. I have a confession to make to our audience. I was once upon a time on your board. So help us all to understand, what exactly is this Magee Women's Research Institute?
Well, first of all, good morning and thank you, John. The Magee Women's Research Institute is actually the largest research institute in the country devoted towards women, devoted to women's health. We do about $60 million a year worth of research focused on all areas of women's health.
And you gather together a number of doctors and scientists. They work in a fantastic laboratory building, and they're doing all kinds of research that none of us ever hear about, right?
Yeah, right, exactly. We have about 370 faculty and staff. We're working on everything from early human development to infectious disease, and then what we call gender-specific research, which entails women's cancers and pelvic floor health, as well as fertility issues. I'm
going to ask you about the Magee Prize in just a minute, but the unique focus on women's health, it is different than, say, for the health of men like
Absolutely.
You and me.
Yeah.
Can you describe, I mean, where are we headed with this? What is the specific focus?
Well, at the cellular level, men and women are different in many ways. And so what we found is that we need to do research specific to women's bodies so that we can create cures for them, but not only for them, for the rest of society, because women do give birth to 100% of our future. So our 990 research, for instance, focuses on the 9 months in utero, both maternal and fetal health during that time. Right. And what we found is that we can improve the wellness of a human being for the rest, the rest of their lives, or the next 90 years, if we focus on that first 9 months.
And I think that's something that a lot of people may not be familiar with, the fact that when you're in utero, there's huge impacts on you that will affect you for years to come.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, now we talk a lot about genetic testing and mapping the baby genome, but there's also epigenetics, which are the things that occur outside of the genome that affect how genes are turned on and off. And so we're really focusing a lot on what those environmental factors can do to that epigenetic makeup to make sure that we improve our health and wellness throughout our lives.
So tell me about this Magee Prize. What's this all about?
Well, we're very excited, and thanks to the Richard King Mellon Foundation, which funded the Magee Prize, in October of 2018, we will be giving away $1 million.
$1 million?
Yeah, we want to research that's going on anywhere in the world that will improve the health of women or of humankind through women's research. Our goal is to promote a collaborative environment within the women's research field. Our impact is international, right? And when we think about care, obviously, we have great world-class quality care regionally from UPMC and Magee Women's Hospital. But the impact of our research goes well beyond the region. It's worldwide. And so we chose the platform of the Summit and Prize to say, hey, what else is going on out there that we can add our expertise and our infrastructure to accelerate into the market. So
the Magee Prize ultimately could be awarded to anybody in the world.
Yes.
Would they have a connection to the Research Institute here in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, so anybody in the world can win the prize, and what will happen is we will then collaborate with those individuals to try and accelerate those discoveries into the market. Much like Dr. Mayer talked about in your prior segment, translating that research into the marketplace is our goal, because impact is what we want to do.
Right. And that's another key point, as we did talk about in that first segment, which is how do you take these studies and the great work that you do and actually apply them to women's health on a day-to-day basis?
Absolutely. That's the most important part of what we do, because we talk about research is not our goal. Research is our tool. Impact is our goal. So we're hoping to improve lives, not only here in Pittsburgh, but all over the world with the research that we do.
Is there anything unique about Pittsburgh, women's health in Pittsburgh, that you folks have discovered over the years?
Absolutely. I mean, we're a world leader in women's health research here in Pittsburgh. I think the environment that we've created at the University of Pittsburgh and Carnegie Mellon and with the ecosystem that's present, we are a leader in NIH-funded research in the field of women's health.
The National Institutes of Health
that's right.
federally provides a lot of money to Pittsburgh.
That's right, and we use that leadership position to collaborate with Johns Hopkins and with Sloan Kettering and with MD Anderson. So we're doing research all over the country that really emanates from here in Pittsburgh.
I guess I also meant, though, in terms of women in the Pittsburgh region, are there any unique health issues that affect women in this region as opposed to other parts of the country? Or is it all pretty much the same?
Well, you know, our impact is of course all over the country, but we do have some unique issues here in Pittsburgh. I mean, unfortunately, the opioid epidemic is a unique issue that we are seeing more of here in Pittsburgh than in other parts of the world. So we focus on that, and our Pregnancy Recovery Center at Magee Hospital helps some of those women who come in addicted to opioids deliver healthy babies. So we shift focus to needs when they present themselves.
Right, and you know, that's a terrible situation. My sister's in early childhood health care issues, and when the mother is addicted, it really has a consequence on the infants.
It does, and we're doing a lot of research right now on how we can best mitigate those consequences, whether it be blocking those drugs from crossing the placental barrier or lessening their effects on the fetus somehow. We're working on that.
Well, you guys are doing terrific work, Michael. I thank you so much for coming in. Michael Annichine, for sharing with us, and keep it up. Keep it up. Use that $1 million to really help not just women, but all of us.
That's right. Thank you, John.
Much appreciated. When the Sunday Business page continues, how high